Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, brought to you by BetDSI, and I'm your host, Mitchell Renz. Interact with me on Instagram and Twitter, at MitchellRenz365. I got my Raiders Mailbag segment coming up here, and then I'm going to get into a live Q&A with y'all, so make sure you guys use that hashtag Raiders to get on the show. First one coming in here is from Son of Al. Derek becomes a much nastier, meaner quarterback next year due to the Stephen A. and other ridicule, weird way to say that, and has another MVP candidate season. Well, Sons of Al, interesting, and I'm still waiting for Stephen A. and Max Kellerman to challenge Derek Carr and I in a match. That's all I'm saying. But is Derek Carr going to have an MVP season in 2019? And I get that he got called out by Stephen A. Smith, but, I mean, I don't really think Stephen A. Smith is going to motivate Derek Carr. I think he's already a pretty motivated person. And the thing that's kind of driving me a little bit nuts here with these Derek Carr debates is I think Derek Carr grew up a lot as a quarterback in 2018, but I also think he grew up a lot as a man. Like, he had to be a leader for this team. There was a lot of different moving parts going on. He was working with a whole bunch of different receivers, and I understand that he had an MVP caliber season in 2016 before the injury, and, like, that's what we're referring to here. But when you look at what he did in 2018, his stats do not justify, I think, everything that he had to deal with. He still had his highest completion percentage of his career. He still threw for the most yards he's ever thrown for in his career. Sure, you're going to look at the touchdowns and interceptions. The touchdowns are career low, and interceptions is, in 10. But, like, how much better was he after week 4? He was a lot better. And, imagine if he had to deal with all the turnover that this guy had to deal with. I'm just saying, I like Derek Carr a lot, and I hope that he plays a lot better. But I know that you're referring to this 2016 season, and these are the numbers that you want. 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. You give me what Derek Carr did from a completion percentage standpoint at around 69%, throwing another like 4,200 yards, and we can get to that 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I'm okay with that. But let's not forget, Derek Carr had one of the best offensive lines in 2016, and this past year, he got sacked more than any quarterback in the entire NFL. So I have a question for you. Will Carr have a career year in 2019? Because that's what this debate is about. So I want you to type Y for yes or type N for no. I can't wait to see the Derek Carr truthers and the Derek Carr haters. Is he going to have a career year in 2019 if you're watching us on YouTube? If you're watching us on Facebook, let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Got my Raider Nation shout out. Rudy, what's going on, my man? Take a shot of your favorite liquor bottle. So this is when I hit my 10,000 subscribers at youtube.com/Raiders Report. Love the show. Big fan, Rudy. Blessed to have awesome fans like you in my life. And shout out to everybody watching the show. Make sure you guys subscribe below to youtube.com/Raiders Report if you want to get on the show. Tell your friends. The more people we get, youtube.com/Raiders Report. And then hit me up on Twitter or Instagram. Tell me what you guys want me to do when I hit 10,000 subscribers, because we're getting there. We're getting there faster and faster each week. So youtube.com/Raiders Report. Next one coming in here. Jordan Vega. Jordan, get a picture, because I don't know what J is. Should we try to get Fournette or Ramsey for the Jags? From the Jags. Reading is tough. I know. So, Jordan, I'm going to go and spin this one off, and we're going to go talk about Leonard Fournette and Raiders trading for Fournette. Here's the thing, right? I get that the Jags voided his guaranteed money, and anytime a team does that, it kind of hints that maybe they're either A, ticked off at him, or B, they're going to move on. And there's been a lot of trade rumor talk with Leonard Fournette and the Jags just because they're just simply not getting along. And heck, man, I saw one the other day. It was like Nick Foles straight up for Leonard Fournette, which is, I don't know, really interesting. I understand they need a quarterback, but I don't think I would do it. And I get that the Raiders, Lynch, Richard, Martin, all free agents. Here's the thing, though. With Leonard Fournette, if we get the 2018 version of Leonard Fournette, man, I don't know if I want him. He just ran lazy to me. 133 carries, 439 yards, 3.3 yards per carry, and 5 touchdowns. And I get it, right? I get when you have Blake Bortles as a quarterback, you're going to face a lot of stacked boxes. However, he was still really good as a rookie. And 268 carries. He had over 1,000 yards. The 3.9 yards per carry is still low, but again, we can't forget how many stacked boxes he saw in 2017 and 9 touchdowns. If you're telling me right now I can have the 2017 version of Leonard Fournette, who's 23 years old and probably going to be it for the cheap because the Jags are kind of sick of him, I'll take him. But if you're going to give me the 2018 version, man, I don't know. The show isn't about me. Should the Raiders trade for Leonard Fournette? I want you to type T for trade or type D for don't. If you type D for don't, I want you to also comment below. Sorry about that. Who should the Raiders start at running back next year? Chris Warren? Maybe they're going to re-sign one of their free agents. I want to know from you. Should the Raiders trade for Fournette? T for trade or D for don't? Next one's coming in here from In Carr We Trust, and I at least appreciate the picture. Hashtag Raiders, so this guy at least watches, so I appreciate that. Perfect first-round draft. Devin White at number 4, draft Sweat at 24, and Marcus Brown at 27. Interesting. So I like this idea, right, because I like Devin White a lot, and I know I've talked about White, and to be honest, I love White and what he could potentially be, but I still think if the Raiders could maybe trade back, that'd be like my ideal situation. So In Carr We Trust gave us his perfect first-round draft, and I want to know from everybody who's watching, what is your perfect first-round mock draft, okay? I want you to comment below. Who are the Raiders taking at 4, 24, and 27? And if you want, hit me up on Twitter, at MitchellRens365, comment 4th, 24th, and 27th, and my favorites, I'll send you a retweet. Sound good? Awesome. Next one's coming here again from Sons of Al. And Al, thank you for submitting, I'm going to say 50% of all the mailbag questions. It was awesome. And Sons of Al says this: I joined the AFC Championship live show with Downing and Renst. Tom Downey, Renz, close though, close. And it was lit. Felt like I was at the bar with friends, which is exactly what we're trying to do. It made the game so much more fun. Great topics. Thanks for the shout-outs. I predicted all 3 INTs. So if nobody knows what Sons of Al's talking about, here at Chat Sports at youtube.com/chatsportstv, we do a watch party where it's literally just like Tom and I talking about the game. Man, we get like 4,000 people live on these things. It is so much fun. So everyone watching on this channel, go to Chat Sports, okay, youtube.com/chatsportstv, and join us for the Super Bowl. Speaking of the Super Bowl, who's going to win, right? Who's going to win? Super Bowl 53, Patriots or Rams? If anybody's, I don't know, was cheering for the Saints, this one might sting a little bit. So I want you to type R for Rams or type P for Patriots. Be an overachiever. Predict the score. Give me your score prediction at MitchellRens365. If you want to bet on the Super Bowl, I got a way for you to do it. Go to chatsports.com/bet and use our promo code LIVE120 for 120% deposit bonus. When you sign up and deposit with MasterCard or Bitcoin, DM us on Twitter at ChatSports, and we're going to hook you up with a free NFL jersey of your choice. But remember, if you use Bitcoin, you're going to get a 150% deposit bonus. And if anybody's confused about using Bitcoin, Mom, then DM me on Twitter at MitchellRens365, and I can walk through the process with you. I'll help you out. Super easy. You put down 100, you get 150 for free. Shout out to BetDSI for going to Chat Sports with the best promo code on the internet. Next one coming in here from Jose. What's up, my man? Hashtag Radira. Close. Really close, but that's probably what I would do too because I can't spell. In all caps, do the Raiders draft free agent Nasir Adderley? Well, you spelled his name wrong, but it's okay, my man. I got you. I appreciate the question. Are they drafting Nasir Adderley? Here's the thing. I like Nasir a lot, and he's really, really talented, and I understand that the Raiders need help at safety because Reggie Nelson, I don't expect him to come back, and Carl Joseph is good. He stepped up a lot, but I still don't think he's, what the Raiders were expecting when they took him in the first round. And I think Nasir is going to be a likely first-round pick, and I've seen him being mocked to the Raiders at 24. My only thing is, I don't know if safety is that big of a need. And Nasir, I've heard a lot of really good things about you, dude. Here's the thing, though. If at the end of the day, if you're not that need that the Raiders have, I want them to go linebacker, defensive end, and heck, maybe if there's a really good receiver there. But Nasir, I don't know what your Twitter handle is, but hit me up. Maybe we can talk this one out. Next question coming in here is from David Neff. And Neff, please get a new picture. With another team, Gruden will get rid of Carr. Look what Gruden has done to this team. I don't know if that's a question or just a statement, David. So I'm going to switch this to the Raiders going to trade Derek Carr, and it's going to be something that we talk about, and we're going to continue to talk about it because there's 2 types of people in this world. There's people who tell the truth about peeing in the shower, and there's people who lie about peeing in the shower, and it's the same people either believe in Carr or people don't believe in Carr. And I'm a Carr believer. I just think he's dealt with a lot, and I personally do not think that the Raiders should trade him. And when you just look at everything that he's dealt with, I would actually be pretty upset if the Raiders ended up moving from Derek Carr. But this show isn't about me, man. It's about all y'all watching. What should the Raiders do with Carr? I want you to type K for keep, T for trade, or C for cut. Sound good? T for trade, C for cut, K for keep. What should the Raiders do with Derek Carr? I got another one coming in here from In Carr We Trust, and if I had to guess, you're going to say keep. Hashtag Raiders, is Gruden the coach to get us to the Super Bowl? Well, It's an interesting question, and yes, I understand Gruden has a Super Bowl victory, but luckily our sponsor BetDSI has already hooked us up with Super Bowl 54 odds, and here are the teams that have the best odds to win Super Bowl 54. You have the Rams at plus 750, the Chiefs at plus 800, the Patriots at plus 800, the Saints at plus 1,100, and the Chargers at plus 1,550. Now here are the worst odds to win Super Bowl 54, and I know you see the Raiders there. It stings a little bit. Dolphins, Redskins, Raiders, Lions, Cardinals. Listen, I have 20/20 vision when it comes to the Raiders and in real life, and I think the Raiders this year, let's go for like 8-8 because I think that's what they're going to be, but let's really look for that 20/20 push in Las Vegas, and I think John Gruden and Mike Mayock is a good combination. I think they're going to do the right things, but let's not, get too carried away, and let's not get too over anxious. Let's just trust the process and see where it goes from there. I want to give a shout out to BetDSI for hooking us up with the best promo code on the internet. It's chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code LIVE120. When you sign up and deposit, use MasterCard or Bitcoin and then DM us on Twitter at chatsports, and we're going to get you that free NFL jersey of your choice. Man, you want Derek Carr, I got you. You want Bo Jackson, I got you. If you want one of those other jerseys on screen, guess what? I can hook you up with that as well. And remember, Bitcoin, use it. You get a 150% deposit bonus. So if you put down $100, you're going to get $150 for free. So Bitcoin is really good. And if you don't know what Bitcoin is or if you don't know how to use it, Dad, Mom, I know you're watching. Hit me up on Twitter at MitchellRens365 and I can walk you through the process. Next one coming up here is from my dude Ryan H. Do you think Derek Carr will hit 4,000 yards and 32 touchdowns this season, showing why he needs to be our starter? So Ryan, it's a really good question. Before I give you my answer, this is what Derek Carr's passing yards have looked like the last 5 seasons. So in 2014, his rookie year, threw for 3,270 yards. 2015, good year, 3,987. 2016 is which I think the year we refer to being his MVP caliber season, 3,937. 2017, 3,496. But then this past year, the year that everyone's freaking out, is actually his career high in passing yards. Now, Derek Carr's passing touchdowns, this is where people are going to get a little bit angry about his 2018 because it was only 19. But in 2015, 2016, second and third year, man, we were looking at Derek Carr being like, holy crap, like this guy really could be the answer. If Derek can get back to 2015, 2016 and also keep the completion percentage high, I think that'd be awesome. So before I give my answer, how many yards and touchdowns will Carr throw in 2019? I want you to comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, let me know. How many yards and touchdowns will Carr throw in 2019? And guess what? If you want to know from me, I'm going to make you DM me on IG or Twitter at MitchellRens365. All right, Eric, your question's coming up here on the board, and can we get you a picture? That's all I ask. Will the Raiders draft Nick Bosa, release Doug Martin, sign Le'Veon Bell, and move Chris Carson up? Well, I think you might mean Chris Warren because Chris Carson doesn't play on the team. But Nick Bosa, could they draft him? Sure. Could they release Doug Martin? I would actually rather them keep Jalen Richard over Doug Martin. So the way that I'm going to go with this is Le'Veon Bell to the Raiders because he's the biggest name on that board to me. And I get that he's skipped, right? Like I get that he skipped the season. He wants a big contract. He's looking for 16 to 17 million. It's all good. Here's the thing though. Like I think Le'Veon Bell is super talented. I just do not want to spend that much money on a running back who didn't play, and when he didn't play, James Conner stepped right on in for the Steelers and looked really, really good. Here are my top running back targets for the Raiders in 2019, and Le'Veon's on this list. Like, I mean, when you just look at a pure talent standpoint, Le'Veon's the best running back in free agency, even better than Kareem Hunt, who I have there at number 1. But in terms of money, in terms of fit, in terms of everything that I think the Raiders got going on, here are my top 5 running back targets. If you don't like my top 5, hit me up on Twitter. Give me your top 5 running back targets for the Raiders. And if it's really good, I'll throw you a retweet. Raider Nation, I have a little bit of a favor to ask. And this is near and dear to my heart. And I know a bunch of you guys watch this show. And you guys always support me. So I need your help. I need you to tweet at Sarah and tell her to go on a date with me. So I would definitely appreciate that. I'm looking for like a Saturday thing going on. So tweet at her. Say, hey, go on a date with Mitch. And everyone who does it, tweet at me then. And I'll send you a few retweets. Sound good? All right, Raider Nation, thank you. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, brought to you by BetDSI, and I'm your host, Mitchell Renz. I hope everyone that's watching was using hashtag Raiders, because if you want to get on the show, you want your question answered live, you guess what? I've been looking, and I've been seeing some of these, so use hashtag Raiders to get on the show. This first one's coming in from my dude, Greg Robinson. What's going on, Greg? Will the Raiders draft an offensive lineman in the first round, knowing how John Gruden drafts? Greg, did you watch my Raiders Rumors segment? It's actually over on our main YouTube channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv, and I talk about a potential player that the Raiders really like, so I don't want to give away that name. So, Greg, go check it out, my man. This one's coming in from Raider Nation for Life with a whole bunch of exclamation points, just really trying to throw it in there. Raider Nation for Life, how about you get a picture that shows your love? Le'Veon Bell or Kareem Hunt? Now, anybody who's watching, I want you to type B for Bell or type H for Hunt. Which running back would you rather the Raiders get? Now, I get Le'Veon. From a talent standpoint, you could look at Le'Veon Bell and say Le'Veon Bell's the best running back in the NFL, because when you look at the amount of touches this dude had in 2017, I mean, he had over 406, and he's a super talented running back. But in terms of money, Le'Veon Bell wants to get paid $16 to $17 million. Kareem Hunt, on the other hand, much cheaper option, and in his first 27 games has 25 touchdowns. So comment below, Le'Veon Bell or Kareem Hunt. If you know what I think, DM me on Twitter, @MitchellRens365. Also, cheers to everybody watching. I love that I get to do this, and I'm sipping my beer from Tavor. Hope y'all are having a good time, too. All right, this next one's coming in from Jaime. I'll go with Jaime. Jaime, get a picture, my man. Should the Raiders bring back C.J. Anderson and let Doug Martin walk? Should they let Doug Martin walk? Yes, I actually think so. I know I've seen some people in the industry talked about bringing Doug Martin back. However, I like Jalen Richard, and I would rather the Jalen Richard, Chris Warren combo. And then if Kareem Hunt gets suspended for those first 6 games, then we can get Kareem Hunt back after those 6 games. So, that's what I would like. Here's the thing, though. C.J. Anderson, I don't know if he'd want to come back to Oakland. The dude's playing really well for the Rams, and if he wins a Super Bowl with the Rams, man, I just don't think he fits the right kind of running scheme that the Raiders have. The running scheme that the Rams have is absolutely perfect for a big running back like C.J. Anderson, and their offensive line, well, it's just a little bit better than ours. If you guys like what I'm drinking on camera, it's because I'm drinking some Tavor. And if you guys want some craft beer of your own, go to Tavor.com and sign up is free. Yes, sign up for free. So if you want to know what's actually in my growler, I got some IPAs here from Tavor. So use promo code ChatSports. You get $10 off your very first purchase. So it's right below. You see that link? I'm trying to figure it out. There you go. Tavor.com and sign up for free. Get you guys some beer. Take a screenshot. Send it to me on Twitter @MitchellRens365. I'll retweet it. Get you guys going. Because people, y'all need to figure out Tavor. Great beer. All right, next one's coming in from my dude, Ruben. Ruben, what's up, brother? Will Derek Carr retire as a Raider? I actually posted this on our poll just a few, days ago, and I asked, how many more years does Carr have left? Does he have 1, 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, or is he going to retire as a Raider? It's hard to say whether or not I think he's going to retire as a Raider. Heck, it's hard, I think, in today's NFL and professional sports to start with one team and finish it out. As far as I'm concerned, I'm giving Carr another 2 to 3 years to figure it out. But do you think he's going to retire a Raider, Ruben? I want to know from you. Comment below. Is Carr going to retire a Raider? Y for yes or N for no? Is everybody watching? Let's go. All right, David. What's going on, dude? Those are some sick shades. Where are they from? Are those Ray-Bans? Perhaps? I need to get some. I actually just lost my sunglasses this past weekend. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I had a rough Sunday. I was on another world. All right, will the Raiders draft Kyler Murray and trade Derek Carr? David, did you see my rumor section? Because I talked about the Raiders potentially drafting a quarterback in round 1, and this is an actual rumor that's starting to brew. And here's the thing. I necessarily don't hate this rumor because I want the Raiders to trade back. And if people or NFL teams who need a quarterback, actually need a quarterback, think that the Raiders are interested in one, why not have these teams maybe trade up and we can get even more picks in the first round? But I don't think that they're going to move on from Carr. I think if they do end up drafting Kyler, maybe they let Kyler learn behind Derek for a little bit. I mean, you see a lot of NFL teams, they do it. Aaron Rodgers, he did it. He sat behind Brett Favre. Patrick Mahomes, he sat behind Alex Smith. It's just so they don't have to get thrown to the Sharks right away, and you can learn the offense and just learn how the NFL works. I mean, it's not that easy. All right, man. Red, what's going on? Red, I saw you blowing up the comments, and you're asking, do I remember you? Do I remember? Honestly, every night before I go to bed, I look on the YouTube channel. I look who's always commenting. I look who's hitting me up. I do all these kind of things. And, Red, I know you're always in there, so yes, I do remember you. So who would you want to draft in the first round for pick 4? In a perfect world, sure, if Nick Bosa slides there, but I don't think it's going to happen. I really like Josh Allen, the defensive end from Kentucky, and I know I accidentally forgot him on my show that I did the other day, so that's my bad. It's a typo. I'll get it fixed, but I absolutely love Josh Allen from Kentucky, so if we can get him at 4, I think that would be pretty sick. What's this next one coming in here from OA9315, and you ask, can you shout out my son Alvarez? He turns 9 today. All right, everybody watching the show, okay? Everyone, give Alvarez a shout out. He turns 9 today. Happy birthday. I want to see all Raider Nation comment. And the one thing that I love about y'all that watch the show and just Raider Nation in general is just how much of a family and like unity like this YouTube community is, and how you guys just brought me in. So Alvarez, oh, I'm getting the violin play over here from Dom. Everyone shout out Alvarez. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, my brother. And I was almost going to say cheers, but I don't know if you can say that to a 9-year-old. All right, next one coming in here is from Keith. What's up, Keith? What do you think about taking 2 wide receivers early? Well, how early? Like, I know Mike Mayock came out and said that he wants to build around Derek Carr and he wants to add speed. I mean, I like Deebo Samuel. He played really well at the Senior Bowl, and that dude is really, really fast. But then also I talked about Andy Isabella, a smaller, I don't know, he's like 5'8", 200, I think, pound wide receiver, but the dude can motor. Now, it's claimed that he ran a 4.26 40, but again, you know, like, I think that's the whole, you're going to give yourself an extra inch. I mean, am I right kind of thing? And I think he's going to come out and run like a 4.4 40. I think he's a talented receiver, but I don't think that they're going to be, I don't know, taken that early. I would much rather the Raiders maybe take a wide receiver in like 2. Tom's telling me 5'9", 186. Shout out to Tom Downey, the best guy in the NFL draft business. Go follow him at What Going Downey. Go follow his wife at She's Going Downey. All right, shout out to BetDSI for bringing up Chat Sports with the best promo code on the internet. It's that Live 120. Go to chatsports.com/bet. And who wants a jersey? I want you to type J if you want a jersey, because I'm going to hook you up with a free NFL jersey if you sign up and deposit with MasterCard or Bitcoin, and then DM Chat Sports on Twitter at Chat Sports, and we're going to get hooked up with an NFL jersey. But guess what? There's more. Shout out to BetDSI for hooking us up now with a Bitcoin 150% deposit bonus. You put down 100, you get 100 for free. So shout out to Bitcoin. Shout out to BetDSI for hooking us up. I'm going to take a sip. Who wants a free jersey? Can we get some J's in there? Yeah? You want a free jersey? I can hook you up. I see you guys typing in there. Hakeem, Rudy, I see you. I see you. You want a free jersey? Get at me. All right, Dennis, what you got for me? Dennis Jones, I think this dude leads the league in questions asked. Are you excited to see what Chris Warren can do since he led the league this past preseason in rushing yards before going down with an injury? Dennis, the answer to that is yes. I'm very excited, and I kind of wish that we could have seen a little bit more of Chris Warren, but if you ask me, I think the Raiders are just trying to keep it low with him, I guess, in a sense. But, I mean, we know Marshawn's a free agent. We know Doug Martin's a free agent. Jalen Richard's a free agent. I really want to see them bring back Jalen Richard, who, let's not forget, had 68 receptions, tied with Jared Cook for the most on the team. And I like Jalen Richard in the Chris Warren backfield. And I think Chris Warren is an okay pass catcher. I don't really think like that's going to be his role. But when you come out in the preseason, rush for 292 yards, and, I mean, there's a reason why y'all were calling him Baby Bo. He looked really good. I'm interested to see Chris Warren, and it's also a really good story. So who doesn't like a good story? All right, Jaime, what's going on, my brother? What do you think of Alabama linebacker Mack Wilson as a Raider? Dom, what's his nickname? Mack Truck, get it going. Hey, I like Mack, and he's the reason why I had him as my 3rd option for the Raiders. I think he's my top 2, or he's a top 2 linebacker for me. I mean, I'm not normally a big fan of Bush, but Devin, he's okay. And then, I mean, my favorite guy is Devin White from LSU. I like Mack Wilson. He's super athletic, great run stopper, and if we can get him maybe at that 24 pick, I wouldn't mind it. But in a perfect world, we trade back. Hey, man, if guys like Montez Sweat, Devin White, Mack Wilson are on the board there, man, I don't know. I think Mack's a 24-27 option for us there. Eddie D, what's going on, Eddie D? We need a pick for you. Hopefully not your D. Hashtag Raiders, trade Carr, go after Haskins. I say yes. All right, who says yes to this? Because I want to know from you. I want you guys to comment below who says yes, trade Carr, go after Haskins. I'm a little on edge about it, guys. I'm a little bit uneasy about this one, and I'm just maybe not sold on Dwayne Haskins. And if you want Dwayne Haskins, like, that's fine. However, I'm not going to give up Derek Carr for Dwayne Haskins. So, I don't know. Maybe you give me a better option. If you guys want to check out my top 5 quarterbacks, hit me up on Twitter, at MitchellRens365. Also, did you guys, like, help me out with Sarah? Because I'm hoping you did, right? Actually, can I throw that in the comment section? Let's see. Dom's telling me no. Well, guess what? I just did. Guys, I'm telling you, I need this date on the weekend. Help me out. Throw it in the comment section. Hit her up. Anybody who hits her up, I'm hooking you up with the deal, and I'll throw you a retweet. All right, Dennis, what you got for me, my man? Do you think the Raiders should trade a later first-round pick or next year pick for a proven cornerback to pair with Conley? See, this is interesting. Now, I asked you guys if you guys thought Gareon Conley was a top 5 cornerback in the NFL, and to be honest, a lot of people did. Also, Dick Johnson, are you high? No, I've never smoked in my life, so I only drink. I like to drink. And I like pairing Gareon Conley with somebody because I think Gareon Conley, he might not be a top 5 cornerback, but he's getting close to being a top 10 cornerback in my opinion. Now, in 2017, he struggled, but he really emerged down the end of the season, and at the end of the day, if we compare him, like, you give me Greedy Williams and Gareon Conley, that's one of the best 2 young cornerback duos in the NFL. So, what's even the question? I'm getting off track here. Should we trade a later round first pick or pick for a proven cornerback to pair with Conley? I think there's enough talented cornerbacks, and if we can't get greedy, then possibly. All right, next one's coming in from Machiavelli Raider. Thank you, because apparently I've been pronouncing your name wrong the entire time. Will this upcoming season be Carr's best season statistically? All right, before I answer that, everybody comment. How many touchdowns and yards for Derek Carr while I hydrate? That's good stuff. Shout out to DeVore. Do I think it's going to be his best season statistically? No, I don't. I think when you look at 2015 and 2016, I mean, he had 32 touchdowns, 28 touchdowns, 6 interceptions in 2016, but really, really talented. And I just think it's the options around him. Like, he doesn't have Amari. You can say what you want about Amari. He doesn't have Michael Crabtree there. They keep adding talented pieces, and I think Derek's going to continue to grow, okay? But in terms of his best season statistically, I'm still going to say no. But if you guys want to comment what you guys think, hit me up. Twitter, comment below. What do you guys think Carr's going to be doing? All right, this next one's coming in from Haley. What up, girl? Is it weird that I'm more excited for the draft than my birthday? Well, Haley, first off, how old are you going to be? Because I'm curious. And if you really like the NFL draft, we'll be live on Chat Sports. So go to youtube.com/chatsportstv. Oh, shit, it's right down there. youtube.com/chatsportstv. We'll be doing a live show for the NFL draft, and we'll be breaking it down. The Raiders have 3 picks, which I know you guys know that. It's going to be a fun time. I think last year was like one of the biggest shows we did. So NFL draft, you guys want to join the party? youtube.com/chatsportstv. All right, Enrique, what you got for me? Will the Raiders take an offensive player with any of their first 3 picks? If so, how many Chucky heads? How many Chucky heads for this rumor from Enrique? Enrique, I'm going to give it 2 Chucky heads if people are talking. I understand that they could take a wide receiver. Heck, we even had Noah Fant, a tight end from Iowa. If they decide to move on from Jared Cook, I hope not. But if they do, Noah Fant's an interesting tight end that I think that they could potentially look at. And then a lot of wide receivers, you know, some of the talented ones that they have in this draft. I don't think they'll take an Andy Isabella or Deebo Samuel in the first round. But, hey, I guess you never know. All right, Julio, what's going on, dude? Raiders, would you rather sign Bell and Frank Clark or Coleman and Lawrence? Choose one. So you're saying I can either pick Bell and Clark or Coleman and Lawrence? I mean, to me, it's Coleman and Lawrence, and I don't even think it's really close. I mean, in terms of money, if I'm going to spend a lot of money on a player, hell yeah, I'd throw my entire checkbook at DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, you guys ever see that movie Blank Check? That's what I would do with DeMarcus Lawrence because he's the best right now. He's the top free agent in this. It's not even, I don't want to say it's not close, but when you see what that dude has done, he's my top guy. So I'd go Coleman and Lawrence. Ruben, kind of hungry now. Will the Raiders hire Mitchell as their CEO? Well, maybe if I can become CEO of Chat Sports first. James, you watching? No. Man, it'd be interesting as hell. If you guys want to hook me up with a gig at, you know, the Raiders, it'd be interesting. But I also love what I do at Chat Sports. So think about this. If I'm the CEO of the Raiders, I can't do the Raiders report anymore. I don't know if anybody wants that. All right, Delonte Taylor, what's going on, dude? Draft Drew Lock for a defensive trade? Like, no. I don't want Drew Lock. And I think I compare Drew Lock to Carr. And if I don't want Carr, then why would I want Drew Lock? So now I'm good on Drew Lock. All right, one more here from Ruben. We'll get this in. Raiders will trade for Jalen Ramsey? Sure. It'd be an interesting thing that would happen, but I just don't see it happening. Raider Nation, I'm getting out of here. I'll see you later. We'll be back, I don't know, tomorrow? Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this. I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.